The human race didn't get here just from what we already knew.
I don't think so. At that time, there's gonna be any need for human beings.
I was terrified.
Hello viewers, welcome to our show, What's Your Thoughts? This is our first episode, and today our guest is Mr. Daniel Kasif. How are you, Daniel, today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited about this. I love podcasts.
So, do you like our setup?
Love it, man. It's very cool. I like the dark, sort of moody vibe, but the lights help brighten everything up. Feels very professional.
Yeah, we have done really hard work to provide some quality content to our viewers, and I'm asking this question to that guy who has done this job with me, all right, by organizing this studio.
It looks horrible. We did such a bad job. Yeah.
You know, this is our first episode, and our first episode is about Chat GPT. So I think you guys must be aware of that, what Chat GPT is all about. So let me ask you, Daniel, what are your thoughts about Chat GPT?
I think it's mind-blowing. When I first heard about it, only about 2 weeks ago, I didn't know anything about ChatGPT. Since then, I see it everywhere. My thoughts on it, it's blown my mind, and ever since, it's only continued to blow my mind even more. It's absolutely insane.
So what do you think, like, how it's going to contribute to our society and to our business industry?
I think we're seeing what's happening already. The amount of people are starting to use it. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, didn't hear anything about it. And in only that 2 weeks, maybe a month time, everyone's starting to use it. It's getting crazy. Everyone knows about it. I look up on YouTube. I see videos on it. I hear people talking about it just on the street. It's become mainstream. Everyone's knowing about it now.
Okay, what do you think about, like, what specific sectors use this program?
I believe it's going to help every single industry, at least almost every single industry. Any industry that needs research, needs information, needs to potentially write things like reports. This is going to help so much if people need to do research on their industry and all that sort of stuff. It does it in a second. In 1 second, you type and you get all the information. I think it's helping companies huge right now.
You must be aware of the error. There is an error when you try to log into that program. It's showing ChatGPT is at capacity. What does it mean?
Well, I think that's the craziest part, is that so many people are using it that it's getting full. It's actually getting overwhelmed by the amount of people using it. So that shows that industry's already caught up on it. It's not a secret thing. Everyone's using it. And it's getting overwhelmed right now. It's getting way too much information into it, which is a scary thing, because that means it's getting that much information. It's getting that much smarter, but it needs that extra little oomph. It doesn't quite have the power yet to handle all this input. But when it does, it's going to be pretty crazy.
So my next question, what do you think about the future of ChatGPT and the future of AI?
I think it's so unpredictable now. Before I knew about ChatGPT, I was using an app called Lensa, which it's an AI.
Yes.
It'll do art of yourself. You send in a few pictures, it will send in 200 amazing artworks of you from different styles and everything. You can be the future Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Even I was in some of the photos, I was like Tony Stark, Iron
You
Man.
But anyways, I feel like the sky's the limit.
Yes.
I feel like I can't even predict it. It's beyond my comprehension at this point.
Is ChatGPT killing jobs?
I think, unfortunately, a lot of informational jobs, a lot of even potentially like
example?
writing, like reports, even education. If people can just look up any information that they want,
So what do you reckon about marketing?
Well, us being in marketing, when we were introduced to it, we were able to find quite a lot out of it. I think you would agree, right? We managed to use it a lot. If we wanted like an informational script, we could be like, write a short little script about what does logistics mean. And it'll give a great script.
Yeah,
we can say, make it funny. It'll put in some humor into it.
Yeah, I still remember, like, our CEO called us very in the morning and have a meeting. Let's come on, guys. Let's have a meeting. I want to show you one spectacular thing. So we were sitting, we were hoping, okay, what's gonna come? And he shows us that application. Believe me, at that time we all were surprised. Okay, what's that? Like, it's something out of the world.
I was very scared.
That's what like new for us. That thing at that time.
I was terrified to be honest, because I was seeing it unfolding. Yeah,
I'm gone.
not even just my job. I was thinking everyone. I was like, well, I guess we can go home and eat some chips.
But no, whatever's gonna happen, these things cannot replace human. At least when it comes to those occupation which has to deal with emotions, which has those ingredients like emotions, genuine content. So what do you think about that?
No, I agree. So with marketing, it helps us to an extent, but when it comes to our creativity and just human creativity in general, it can't create. From what we've seen from it, all it can do is take information.
Yep.
And regurgitate it, put it together in a compact form that's easy accessible for anyone, right? So like you'll find sources of information, compile something, and produce that for you. But for it to be able to come up with something completely
Like
itself,
film, movie,
yeah, a film,
film.
a completely new idea, or even look, the human race didn't get here just from what we already knew.
Yeah.
It was our creativity, our vision for the future and what could be.
Oh, what a point.
AI at the moment, from what I've seen, it's not really thinking what's next, at least as much as I've seen.
If in future it has got the emotions, and situation can be different, bro.
We're
What
done.
do you think?
At that point, we're done, I think. Once it has creativity and can create by itself, can have emotion by itself. Like we mentioned, we tested it once with a horror script. It pretty much just wrote a generic horror script, which stole from multiple movies.
Yep.
And we tried to press it, saying, look, that sounds a lot like this movie, sounds a lot like Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
It
So mix it up, like of a lot of stories and a lot of data.
Exactly. You couldn't come up with something new.
Yep.
Every time we're like, that sounds like that movie. Can you try again? That sounds like that movie now. Can you try again? It can't create. It can't come up with something
It's
where we're
good
like,
for information.
yes, it doesn't have an imagination,
Yeah.
which is fair. It's a computer.
Exactly.
But once it can artificially create imagination,
Oh man.
that's insane. That's very scary.
As everyone knows, we're one of the best logistic company in Australia. So what do you think? What is the role of Chat GPT in logistics industry?
It's done a lot. And in fact, we've actually done a video, you guys can check it out on our channel, where La Cheng, our CEO, actually asked ChatGPT itself how it's going to affect logistics. And it's very interesting. It can do a lot for us. Research, information, tracking, being the in-between person between the clients and the, let's say, freight forwarders. Instead of them contacting people, they could just be getting information straight from a source like ChatGPT. Where's my shipment? Where's all this stuff? Blah, blah, all the information. Where's the exact coordinates? And this ChatGPT or equivalent to that can just spit that information instantaneously.
So that's it for now. And thank you for joining us, Daniel.
Thank you.
And we'll hope to see you soon in your own studio.
Any day. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this, man.
So yeah, we're hoping to have our CEO, most probably next week.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be very interesting. That'll be really cool.
So Daniel, what do you want to say? Do you want to say something to our viewers?
Yeah, feel free to reach out to us. We're a very accessible company. Just hit us up at marketing@tgl.co. That's marketing@tgl.co. If you want to join on the show, if you have any opinions of stuff that you would like to get our thoughts from, and just let us know.
What are your thoughts?
Think Global
Logistics.